Gilbert Arenas called out Rudy Gobert for missing a playoff game for the birth of his child. Let's watch some of that clip.
I mean, missing this game for that baby. I see you.
It's the baby, bro. It's gonna be there when you get back. We hope.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying. The baby gonna be
okay, but unnecessary.
The baby gonna. It don't know. Whatever you about to think you about to do with the baby, he gonna be asleep.
Need that skin-to-skin contact.
Okay, you get skin-to-skin in 2 days. I get you want to be with your wife and smile and stuff, and your good NBA health care insurance.
Right.
It's because of you playing.
Right. Trust me, they got everything.
So in an exclusive with Fox Sports NBA reporter Melissa Rollins, Gil clarified his comments and said Rudy broke an unwritten NBA rule by missing a playoff game after his child was born. So what do you guys think? When players are making millions of dollars, should the job come first or their families?
I love Gil. He's one of my favorite humans. I've known him for a very, very long time. I could not disagree with him more on this. There is a big difference between, hey, it's a baby, it's going to be sleeping. This was the actual birth of his first child. And that is a lifetime moment. You're sitting here with yours right here. That is a lifetime moment that is going to last much longer than one playoff game. And by the way, they won the series. So I just think that, if it was a game 7 and it was a second kid, all the equations are different. I'm just saying, look, it is, right? Had one, whatever. But like for such a milestone moment of becoming a father, which I know, Keyshawn, how important being a dad is to you and how that is one of the most important roles you have in your life.
See how important that is to me?
Well, yeah. I'm just saying. But as long as I've known you, being a dad has been really important to you. Being a strong role model has been important to you. Being a good father has been important to you. That is a role in your life that you will have much longer than being a basketball player. And the moment you become a father, I just think that, look, I respect people who do it both ways. We've seen athletes in recent years who've missed the birth of their first child. We've seen athletes who stay home for it. The Timberwolves, from what I understand, were sort of encouraging him to not kind of have his mind in two places, to sort of be home that day and then come right back, which is exactly what he did. So I don't have any problem with it.
Gil crazy as a motherfucker, number one.
He's so fun.
And that's my guy, and
he's so
I've been
fun.
knowing Gil since Gil was running around in diapers, all right? He might have been having some fun right there, okay? And Rudy Gobert always gets a little ribbing in the side by athletes, former athletes, whatever the case is. Gil missed the mark on this.
I think so.
But there's a lot of different ways to skin a cat if you Rudy Gobert. Keyshawn, sister,
yes,
Maya, when I had her when I was in college, and she was born in LA. I went to school in LA. She was born in LA. His mom was pregnant. I would have at this time, cell phones were out. Yes, they were, Keyshawn. And so your mom would have the cell phone number.
Yeah.
The manager, we were practicing for the Rose Bowl. It was in December.
Yep.
Literally, I missed parts of practice because she would be having contractions.
And
now all of a sudden, I got to leave practice with football pants on and drive over. False alarm.
Yeah.
Then I go back to meetings, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Baby was born, whatever, went on, played the Rose Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward, I was visiting Maya in Utah. She was living in Utah when I had Vance, my son, younger than Keyshawn. I had just landed in Utah. We were sitting at Benihana's. The food was ordered.
Okay.
You were at home with Jennifer, Keyshawn.
I was on the video game, I remember.
He was on the video game.
She's like the water. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What'd you say?
No, she said her water broke, and I didn't believe her.
Right.
But then I ended up.
His little badass.
How old were you?
11, right?
11 or 12.
Okay.
Yeah,
what does an 11-year-old boy want anything to do with the labor and birth?
Check this out, though. His badass asked her, your water broke. Oh, that means I don't have to go to school tomorrow.
Sounds like an 11-year-old boy.
She's trying to get the bag. You know how you guys have the bag?
The go bag.
The go bag trying to get together. Meanwhile, I'm in Utah.
Kids. Yeah.
I'm at least 45 to an hour away from the airport with the last flight in about 30 minutes closing the door.
Yep.
I order at Benihana's. The food hadn't even come out yet. They probably gave me the soup and the brown lettuce salad.
Right.
I had to tell Maya, hey,
Gotta go.
I gotta go. I got back in the rental car.
Yep.
And you would have thought 90 miles an hour, and this is like my fourth child. So
Yeah.
I'm like, flying, woo, third child, flying, whatever, going crazy. I get to the airport, run on, boom. I go to land in LA, get in the car, Cedar Sinai in Beverly Hills from LAX. Now so I just slowly walk in, put on the gloves, twist the head, right then and there like that.
Boom.
Boom. So what I'm saying is,
it was important for you to be there.
It was important for me to be there,
Yes.
willing away. Now, here's what I would say without knowing all the details.
Yes.
Could Rudy Gobert watch his son or daughter be born, child be born,
Yeah.
hop on a private jet, induce the labor a day in advance if something, I don't know.
Right. So, we can't say
No,
about
I'm
whether,
wondering if he could have
Look,
figured out a way.
Look, they did not want him having the baby in the morning, hopping on a plane and trying to play that night.
Why?
Because you're not in the right mind frame to do it. You haven't been through all the prep, and they thought they could correctly win the series if he wasn't playing in that game, and they were right about it.
But
by the way.
they actually played better when he did play.
Well, he has had an uneven playoffs.
No.
He has an uneven career.
No, I mean, that
but he
particular
has had
game-
some great moments
But that
in both the
particular game, the
playoffs
team
and the
played
regular
better.
season. Yeah, look, could she have
But I
been
wonder if
induced a day
I
early?
wonder-
The C-section. Look,
No,
that's
but I
frankly
wonder
none of
though
our
if he
business.
could have just hopped on a PJ, which I know he could,
Yeah.
and made it though.
Look, what time was that baby born? The baby was born on game day. What time was that baby born? When would he have gotten that for? How much sleep did he get the night before? I have zero problem with him missing that game.
No, I
The
don't have a
team
problem with
was
him missing
behind
it
him.
at all. I don't have. I'm just trying to figure out how, if there was a will and a way, how could he have made it work?
Right, but is the best case scenario that he plays no matter what? Or is the best case scenario that they feel they could win a game without him and win certainly a series if he misses one game, and to have him with his split attention or to have him exhausted? Does one lapse if you're exhausted on the court mean that you're injured? I mean, there's just a lot of factors
No,
that
I
go
understand.
into.
I'm glad he went
Yeah.
to see the first child born. I just
Yeah.
wondering if he could have, because if it was me, I think I would have tried to play.
Yeah, he might
Like
have.
literally, I would have certainly tried to get on a plane and go play and sleep on the plane and do all those sort of things. Baby born, hey, see you later, babe. I'll be back tomorrow
Yep.
night. That
Well,
sort of thing.
Yeah,
Rachel, do you vote for the Defensive Player of the Year?
I do.
Okay, so Kendrick Perkins said that he was embarrassed that he used his Defensive Player of the Year on Rudy Gobert. Do you think he should have won, and did you vote for him?
Here's the thing I keep saying. Key and I have gotten to this argument for the last 3 months since the voting became a big topic, is he is not on the ballot against Dikembe. He is not on the ballot against Ben Wallace. These are the other 4-time defensive players on the year. He's not on the ballot against Hakeem. I would have voted for all those guys before I voted for Rudy. I did not have the option to do that. I could only look at who was on the ballot this year. And to me, and I voted Victor Wembanyama number 2, because he did not have in the first 2 months of the season the same kick that he had in the finishing stretch of the season, in the middle and finishing stretch of the season, you have to look at the whole season.
Yeah.
You have to look at the fact that the Spurs came in 12th in the Western Conference. And I spoke earlier that All-NBA is much more about individual performance, but I don't know if you can be the Defensive Player of the Year anchoring a defense where the team finishes 12th. Rudy Gobert had the best overall stats. He just did for the entire season. That is inarguable. You can look at the numbers. And, I mean, obviously Wemby's blocks were out of control, but it's the whole picture as a defensive player. And his team had the number 1 defense that he was the anchor of. So, look, I would have loved it if there was someone closer to Rudy. I would have loved it if Victor stepped out of the box and was just as elite as he was by the end of the season, at the beginning of the season. That's not that realistic. I think Wemby will, win the next few with the way it looks like, and maybe more. But this year, that was who there was to vote for.
Yeah, I don't know. Rudy he's fine.
I mean, Bam was on my ballot. I know Anthony Davis was 3rd on some people's ballots, but there wasn't a consensus rival to Rudy, except maybe Wemby in terms of DPOY. And you just have to, it's for the whole season.
Yeah.
It is. It's for the whole season. You got to look at all of that.
Well, I'd rather for him to win a championship.
Yeah.
than Defensive Player of the Year anyway.
Yeah.
So
And he will.
And I'm sure he would rather win a championship.
Victor Wembanyama, I swear, unless there's some, again, knocking on all the wood, some sort of unexpected injury situation, I think he will finish a top 10 player of all time. I think he could finish higher of that. I feel perfectly comfortable saying that. I said that before he played his first NBA bounce of a ball. That is how I felt about him, and nothing has changed my mind. In fact, it's maybe a little bit the other way. I think he will win DPOY multiple times. We've had 4-time winners. He could be a 5-time winner. There's a lot of ups and downs that go into all of that. I don't know for sure, but I think he is definitely on that track. It is available to him, and there's so few guys that's even available for. We are going to be talking plenty about him in the years to come. I
can guarantee you what he will do, though. He will be the career block leader in the NBA in like 2 years.
Yes.
So we absolutely hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more from us, hit that subscribe button for all videos, full episodes, and exclusive content from the show. And don't forget to find All Facts, No Breaks on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.